Good afternoon, my dear students. Today we will take a lesson on the theme the first calculating device. The aim of the lesson to train students in discussing about computers, to explain about calculating devices in detail, to teach students to work creatively, to develop students' skills in speaking, writing and reading, to develop students' memory and attention. Here new words according to the theme. Calculating devices, abacus, slide rail, calculus, data processing, punched card, to perform, proliferation. Let us take a look at the history of computers that we know today. The very first calculating device used was the 10 fingers of a man's hand. This is in fact is why today we still count in tens and multiplies of tens. In 19th century, abacus was the first calculating machine invented in China to count the large numbers. Abacus is made up of wooden frame. It is a counting device that consists of frame holding rods on which a specific number of bits are free to move. Simple calculations like addition or subtraction were performed using the abacus. Calculus, another branch of mathematics, was independently invented by both an Englishman, Sir Isaac Newton, and a German mathematician, Leibniz. The first real calculating machine appeared in 1820 as a result of several people's experiments. In 1830, Charles Babbage, a gifted English mathematician, proposed to build a general-purpose problem-solving machine that he called the analytical engine. This machine, which Babbage showed at the Paris exhibition in 1855, was an attempt to cut out the human being altogether, except for providing the machine with the necessary facts about the problem to be solved. He never finished this work, but many of these ideas were the basis of building today's computers. By the early part of the 20th century, electromechanical machines had been developed and were used in business data processing. Dr. Herman Hollerith, a young statistician from US, Census Bureau successfully tabulated in 1890. Hollerith invented a means of coding the data by punching holes into cards. He built one machine to punch the holes and the others tabulated the collected data. Later, Hollerith left the Census Bureau and established its own tabulating machine company. Through a series of mergers, the company eventually became the IBM Corporation. In the middle 1940s, electronic computers were developed to perform calculations for military and scientific purposes. By the end of the 1960s, commercial models of these computers were widely used for both scientific computation and business data processing. Initially, these computers accepted the input data from punched cards. Okay, as we learned from today's lesson, we knew that the very first calculating device was the 10 fingers of man's hands. After, in 16th century, Chinese were invented abacus. Then, passing many years, came different types of calculating machines. Now, I want to give a task, and you should write down on your copybooks. I give one example. To calculate. It is a verb and you paraphrase to calculating, calculator, calculation. Like this, you should do this task. We already came to conclusion. Now, here's some questions for you. The first question, what was the very first calculating device? The second, what is the abacus? The third, how did Newton and Leibniz contribute to the problem of calculation? The fourth, what was the main idea of Charles Babbage's machine? The fifth question, how did electromechanical machines appear and what were they used for? The sixth question, what means of coding the data did Hollerith devise? And the seventh, what new had the computer of 1970? Answer the questions you should write on your copybooks and send me to my email address. Then I'll check. So, the lesson is over. Thank you to all for attention. Bye.